This is the 1989 Upper Deck baseball cards, as I said. And the big hit here, obviously, is the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards, which we already have a couple for you to see right now. Let me go ahead and zoom in real quick so you can take a look at that. You can see right there, that's the card that we're going to be going after. I was able to get, I think, 2 of them in the last unboxing. There's a John Smoltz rookie card as well. We're going to go ahead and try to go for the Ken Griffey Jr. rookies in this. There's also, like I said, John Smoltz, as you see there in the corner. But you know, of course, that's not as big as the Griffey rookie. But also in this box set here is Randy Johnson's rookie card as well. But nothing really compares. Beyond that, though, beyond those few rookies, this is... it's a card set that has it was significant for the baseball trade because this is Upper Deck's, I think, Upper Deck's first big deal. This is their first foray into the card making business, and also at the same time, when I show you, hopefully there will be some Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards. But they also had but the big thing about these cards was that it also had that shiny little hologram in the back to make it quote unquote counterfeit proof. May have been like that for back in the 1980s, but I'm sure somebody could get around that today if they really wanted to. I will say, as I always say when I do these card unboxings, understand this is actually somewhat affordable deal for you to get right now. I think I bought these 2 boxes. I think they're about $180 for 2 boxes. So that's about, what, 90 bucks a piece? Which is actually not all that bad considering the shipping was included as well. Now I think it's about probably 200 bucks or so if you want to buy 2 boxes. But nonetheless, though, we're going to go ahead and crack this open. And the funny thing is, though, when I did the first unboxing, I was looking for a Randy Johnson rookie card, and there wasn't one in the box. So, anyway, the one thing I wanted to mention, because I'm trying to remember the things I mentioned in the first video. You notice right here where it says new. If you want to get the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, you want to improve your odds because, like I said, we opened a box of Randy, I opened another box of these cards, and I wanted a Randy Johnson rookie card as well. I didn't find one. So the idea, you could get one of these big old boxes and not get a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. So be in mind of that. But if you want to improve your chances, you want to improve your odds as best as possible, you see where it says new right here. You want to find a box. This is what's called the low-end box. The first series had, I think, 1 through 700 or 1 through 699, something like that. And so, I guess a couple months after this first edition came out, they came out with another box, and that one says includes high number cards, meaning 700 or 701 through 800. So if you want to improve your chances of getting a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, you need to buy the boxes that have that only say new. Now, you could get a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card with the boxes that do say includes high number cards, but you're diluting your odds of getting a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. So that's something to keep in mind when you go shopping for these cards. Make sure you always try to find the one, spend a couple more dollars, and try to get the one that's the low end that just says new right here. So that should be your dead giveaway. So anyway, let's go ahead and crack these babies open and see if we can't get ourselves some more Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards. Alrighty then, I gotta keep turning the camera on and off every now and then because I don't want that thing to happen to me again. So anyway, let's go ahead and crack open box or pack number 1 and see what type of cards that we have. No fancy inserts. This is one thing I like about baseball cards or any cards from back in the day. These cards didn't have a bunch of inserts, purposely deflated numbers like you see nowadays, 1 out of 149 and all that other garbage. Consider it, but in the card business's defense, that's all they can do because a lot of these cards nowadays you can't even give them away for free. So I'm just going to quickly go through these cards. The first video I went the front and back, but what we're looking for is just a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. So let me try to get a good angle here so you guys can actually see what's going on. Lift this thing open, wrapper there. Okay, so what we're doing, we're just looking for the Griffey Jr. rookie cards or a Randy Johnson. And there's a Luis Medina card and then a John Smoltz. So our first pack has a John Smoltz rookie card. So we'll set this aside right here. And this is one thing about these cards. You got cards upside down, left and right, so on and so forth. I wish they would just have a, and then of course you have the deal where they put two cards of one deal. Maybe we'll get that with the Griffeys. Trying to keep your, here, let me back this up a little bit more. Barry Bonds, as we can see right there. Used to be something at one point. And then Roger Clemens, which once again used to be something at one point. These packs also come with these little reflector team sticker teams, and here we have the Cubs and the Indians. As we open pack number 2. Seems like we have another rookie card right there, I think. Starting off with a checklist. Once again, just looking for the Griffey rookies, Griffey rookies, Griffey rookies. The Orioles sticker, Griffey rookies, Griffey rookies. Nothing. Next pack. Once again, just Griffey rookies, looking for a Griffey. Griffey, King Griffey. Jose Canseco, that would have been a card something worth something one day, or back in the day, rather, I should say. Or actually, none of these don't. I don't even see how these cards could even be worth anything beyond a couple years. I would have to think people would know that a lot of these cards you can't even give it away as toilet paper. Pack number 3, going with pack number 3. And if you want to see any of these cards, remember you could always press the pause button if you want to see what these cards look like close up. Usually I like to, whenever I do a box break, I do try to show the back and front of the card, but considering how many cards are here and how we have a targeted hit that we're looking for, that's the big deal. Once again, that's one thing I don't like. Just the cards are upside down, left and right. Oh. So right now, we've opened about four packs now. I've already lost count, and we only have a John Smoltz rookie. Keep that in mind whenever you're going card shopping. Sometimes it is worth it if you're just targeting one card like we are right here. This is actually somewhat affordable, as I said. Now, $100 to you may mean the world, and believe me, it is to me as well. I am not a rich man. But the thing is, though, I am debt-free, though. So even my little paycheck, when it does come to me, beyond, you know, of course, the rent and the electricities and things like this, it all does go straight back to me. But once again, there's another dead pack, lots of duds. Try not to be too consumed with buying packs. I mean, it's fun to break these things open, but trust me, you got YouTube, you're watching this video, there's other people around who are breaking boxes. You know, I see some videos of people who are spending $1,000 for one pack of the 1986-87 Fleer cards in basketball that have the Jordan rookie. And then, of course, they open it and it's just nothing but duds. So be very careful when you're ever doing this. Do it only with money that you don't particularly need. That's really the only truth I could give you. Man, that's now five packs, 6 packs we're into right now, and that's only one card. That's one point I kept trying to make in the first video. And at the end of the video, I'll show you the whole stack of cards that we have for only a couple. Sometimes it is just worth it just to go in there and spend the money to get the one card that you want. But I do have to admit, it's so exciting just to open all these packs. But man, oh, well, there's a Gary Sheffield. He's one of the, I won't say more notable names that you have that's in this set. Gary Sheffield rookie card. So now we have two hits of anything of any sort of value. And really, there's only one king in this whole deal, and that's those Griffeys. Alrighty then, now we're going to go ahead and start with the next pack. Oh, we hope the Griffey rookies are like this. Alrighty then, the next pack. Hope the Griffeys are like that. Get two of them back to back. Well, hold on, what is this? Oh. David West. No, that's not. I thought that was David Cohn. Another dud, another dud. Another dud. What is this now, pack 7? Another dud, although it did have a Dennis Eckersley in it. I'll actually keep that, set that aside. I didn't get that one the first time. What's this, pack number 8? Now I've already lost count. I lose count pretty easy if you don't already know. Turn that fan down a little bit more. All right, come on, big money, big money, big money, big money. Another Oral Hershiser. Another dud. Another dud. See, this is what I'm saying when I talk about how you have these card sets or these card boxes. I mean, unpacking this stuff is so fun, but at the same time it could be so expensive and your investment could be essentially nil. So be very wary when you buy a bunch of boxes. You know, always try to buy boxes that are affordable to your budget. Do not spend any sort of God, I hope the Griffeys are like this. Do not spend money like that's intended to go to rent or anything else like that, because you could really lose your ass pretty quick that way. Well, I believe these are supposed to be tamper-proof packs. Sometimes I think when I keep seeing those Hershisers or whatever it may be back to back, sometimes I keep thinking, did I just buy a box that's been forged? Hopefully not. Another thing about this as well, even if you were to get these packs in a box, let me try to show you. These cards don't, you see that you see that big line right there? These cards are already kind of warped right out of the box. Because remember, this is a 1989, so this box here is just about 27 years old, is it? So if I did an unboxing of the 1991 NASCAR tracks, trying to find the NASCAR rookie for Jeff Gordon, and almost every card in that box was warped already as is before I even had a chance to open it. So that's something else you need to think about whenever you're investing money into buying boxes, even if they're in boxes. Of Cal Ripken Jr. right there. Cal Ripken Jr. I only remember him from the night that he decided to step away from his consecutive starts. That's the only thing I really remember him for. Although he was a good player, I do understand that he was a good player. Cecil Fielder. I remember always choosing the AL All-Star team in RBI Baseball 3 because he had the 51 home run season, so he was always dinging home runs all the time. Kind of feeling a little upset here because I'm constantly getting shut out here. I think that first box that I broke open, I think it was about 4 packs before I got the first Griffey, and then there was a lull, and then there was one other Griffey like towards the end. So kind of hoping we hit something here soon. But once again, I didn't get a Randy Johnson that first box. So I might end up not getting a Griffey rookie with this. See, when I see those doubles back to back, sometimes I think that this is tampered with in some way. Well, I got my first double hit, but unfortunately it's not the Griffeys that I wanted. Here. There's my second John Smoltz rookie card right there. Come on, Griffey rookie. Griffey rookie, Griffey rookie, Griffey rookie, Griffey rookie, Griffey rookie. Come on, baby, come on. Give it to me. Griffey rookies, come on. All right, here's another pack. This card feels kind of thick. As you can see, ladies and gents, if this is something you've been wanting to do and you're considering it, you know, we're almost halfway through all the packs here. We still got a hefty amount left, but we haven't hit gold yet. Checklist: Don Mattingly, Ryan Sandberg, here we go with another pack. Come on, big Griffey, big Griffey, big Griffey, big Griffey. Come on, come on, come on. That's another thing you can see here. You see how well positioned that card is. This, even if it was like a Gem Mint 10 in terms of the cardboard, you see how it's off-centered. So that's also something you need to be thinking about whenever you buy a box of cards. Because if this was a Griffey rookie, but you see how off-centered and miscut it is, what they'll do when they grade it is that it might be a Gem Mint 10. Or I don't think they would label a Gem Mint 10, but they would label it a 9 perhaps. But they would have in parentheses OC off-center. Because this picture is off-center, so that's something else you need to be thinking about. Man, Just whiffing them on them here. You know, when you look at packs like this, especially with baseball, since there's like 10,000 players per pack or per deal, it kind of reminds me, talking earlier about the 1986-87 Fleer basketball. You hear or you see that if you were to somehow be able to spend the $35,000 to buy a wax box for that and do an unboxing, you're going to get at least three Jordans, because there's only 132 cards plus 11 stickers in that set. And so there's 15 packs or 36 packs with 15 cards apiece. That's about 540 cards you're going to get. So on average, you're going to get at least 3 of each player. So whenever you see a big expensive box like that, it is expensive, but at least there is the potential for you to be able to make your money back by being able to pull about 3 Jordans, or at least and also at least 3 Jordan stickers to get the Gem Mint 10. And there we go, right there, our first hit, Ken Griffey Jr. How many packs did that get? Leave that in the comments. How many packs it took for us to get to that gem? Or let's see the conditions of this. I don't know if you could tell that or not. Ken Griffey Jr. I'd say probably was that what, like 12 packs it took us before we finally got to it. There's our Ken Griffey Jr. There's our first hit right there for the Griffey Jr. Another thing about that 89 Fleer, and you notice I keep talking about it because we might very well have something in store for you in the future, is that some of those old card decks from back in the 80s and 70s, some of those, the sequencing is actually something you can predict. And I don't have the finances to get a box like that. However, sometimes I always thought, well, maybe there's a, oh, well, there you go right there. Finally got my Randy Johnson rookie card. However, I have a feeling that it's off center. You see that? You see how it's off center? Let's get the borders around. You see how it's off centered a little bit? I think. See how that white with the second card is a little bit thicker? So essentially that Randy Johnson is a dud. Or it's not necessarily a dud, but I mean it's going to be, if I was to get this graded, it's going to be declared an off center. Yeah, you see in the back there. Unless this is how it's supposed to be. Could be wrong, but maybe this is how all of them look like, but this looks very off center. So Randy Johnson rookie, but it could be a dud though. So let's just keep going here. But sequencing, going back to sequencing, I always thought maybe somehow, oh, there's a Bo Jackson. I didn't get that with the other box. Bo Jackson, the dual player or dual sport athlete, played football for the Raiders, and I think played baseball. I thought he played with the White Sox. Maybe he did in later years. A lot of these cards seem to be off center. You see that Mattingly once again. I don't know if maybe that's how it's supposed to be. Is there another Mattingly I can find here real quick? Let me see if I can't find another Mattingly so we can see how that relates to this card, because I know we've pulled a couple Mattinglys already. Let's see if I can find another one so we can compare the two. Well, here's a couple of Eckersleys, as you see right here. And let's see here. Let's see if they can. Oh, they both kind of look the same. Well, let's see if we can't find a Mattingly. All right, Mattingly. I just saw you. I just saw a Mattingly not too long ago. All right, there we go. And this too looks a little off center as well. Or maybe this is how it's, no. Oh, this is bad. These look at that. Now here's two Mattinglys. And you could just see, do you see how off center that card is? So this is also something you need to be worried about when you're picking old, especially like the 89. A lot of these debut editions for these card companies, the card cutting is just so terrible. As you can see right there, if we get a board, you see against the black, you see how one's thicker than the other. So that Randy Johnson right there is probably a dud in terms of getting a gem mint 10 for that. Did I already show these cards here? All right, there ain't no Griffey Jr. there. So let's go ahead and open another pack. So once again, that's something you want to be looking for or comprehending whenever you're opening these packs here, that you might even get the cards that you want, but they may not be in perfect condition, especially if they're from the 80s, 70s, 80s, because I guess the art of card cutting was just not perfected by that point. Tom Glavine, Raymond Martinez. Next pack. Up. Up, 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 up. Up. Let's go through it first. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you. Up. Now we'll have another opportunity here to investigate. We have more evidence now. See? More evidence. Now let's compare that with the other Randy Johnson that we just pulled a couple packs ago. And I am definitely seeing a difference. See how one's thinner than the other? It's off center. And I think something else with these upper deck, let's see if I can kind of zoom in real close here. You see those those like jagged edges here? That's something else, I think. But once again now, with that said, PSA and Beckett, they all understand the jaggedness of the card cutting, because you see how all those flares are sticking out and whatnot. But I think whenever they go to grade, they don't just grade based off of one standard. They already know that the condition of how those 89 upper deck cards were cut. So sometimes they do take that into account. So if I was to get that graded, it might still come out with a gem mint 10. Possibly. I don't know for sure, but it could be. All right, here's another pack. Another Gary Sheffield. Another Gary Sheffield. I was on YouTube the other day and I was watching a video of a guy who opened, I think I already told you this already, about how the guy had bought himself in like a $400, $500 up. Never mind about that. Forget about that. Forget about that. Forget about that. Don't want to spoil it, but don't forget. Just forget about that. We're talking right now with the Griffey rookies. We want the Griffey rookies. Bet me that there's not going to be a rookie. I don't think there's going to be a rookie. Never mind. There you go. Number 2. Second Griffey rookie. Very good condition, it looks like. Let's try to look at so you could zoom in on all the corners. Come on, zoom in. Focus, focus. Ken Griffey Jr. Got 2 hits now. For me, if I, like in this case, we're looking for Ken Griffey Juniors, I'm looking for 3. Right now, this is just a so-so box if we can't get another Griffey rookie. If we get 3 Griffey rookies, then the box is worth it. If we only get 2, you know, you came out, you didn't lose anything, but you didn't particularly gain anything. You only get 1, then it's not that you can't, because I mean, if it's a Gem Mint 10, you're gonna make your money back if you go get it graded and try to sell it. You're gonna make your money back, because I think a Gem Mint 10 Griffey, the last time I checked, I think I saw one that sold for 400. But then at the same time, you gotta understand the amount of time it takes you to send it off and get graded, which we'll do a video on what to do in preparation to send off a card to get it graded. But when you invest all the time, the additional funds it takes to get the card graded, and then you got to go sell it, and the shipping and everything else. But still, nonetheless, in this case, if any of those cards there are Gem Mint 10s, I'm going to be making my money back. And you got a rookie, star rookie checklist there. I'll actually keep that. Didn't get that with the first one. Looking for 3, looking for 3. I really would like 3. 3 in this instance is worth it. 3 in this instance, considering how many packs were here. Let's see how many packs we got left. We got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 more packs to go. Come on, 9 more packs. We got 9 more packs. One more. There's just one more. One more will make this great. You get 4. You get 4. You drove it like you stole it. You drove it like you stole it. All right. Pretty much another dud there. Come on, baby, one more, just one more, man, just one more. Think, well, nope. I thought I was gonna have a trifecta there with one of the rookies, but we got 2 of John Smoltz, 2 of Randy Johnson, and 2 of Ken Griffey. So, but we're wanting to get 3, at least 3 of Ken Griffey. We want 3 of Ken Griffey. You know, I'm noticing with these things, I don't really know a lot of these players. I never was really a baseball guy until '96 when the Yankees started winning the World Series. But that, I will say, I don't like the Yankees of today, which is just a manufactured type deal. Only, you know, they win the World Series because they bought the World Series. Back in '96, that team right there, that was the world champion right there. That was an authentic championship team. Very organic, if you will, in my opinion at least. But a lot of these guys, I don't really know a whole lot of these guys. So pardon my ignorance if I'm passing through somebody. I know Ryan Sandberg was relatively good, or not relatively, he was good. Don Mattingly, he was an okay guy. But I just don't know a lot of these people. I do know Ken Griffey Jr. Bill. Best swing in the business. Best swing in the business. I know Roger Clemens, but of course I know Roger for having a wife who took steroids. Not just him, a wife who took steroids. Unbelievable. Pardon for all my coughing and heavy breathing. I'm using a Sennheiser microphone, so because I want to have a good audio, but boy, does it pick up every little thing. And I apologize that the fan in the background is a little bit loud too. You could always just mute the video if it's don't like my rambling. Because like I said, I'm a NASCAR guy. I'm not really a baseball guy, but whenever there's a possibility to make a little bit of money off of a relatively affordable rookie card, I will try to pounce on it should my funds be available. All right, we're down to our last 4. We got 4 innings left. If this was a NASCAR break, I'd say we have 4 laps left, but right now we have 4 innings left. Or actually, we're at like, what was it, the bottom of the 9th or the bottom of the 8th? We're heading into the 9th now. Let me make sure. Some of these cards feel very thick too. They feel like it's like I'm leaving a card behind. Come on. 3, man, 3, come on. Let's go ahead and get these 3 packs out. Screw the box. Come on, come on. 3, 3. Get one more, just one more. Just one more will make it all good. It'll make the fever go way, way, way far away. God, see, it feels like I'm leaving a card behind every time I flip those. All right, two more at bats. 2 more at bats. And then we're going to strike out here. Come on. Come on. Crap. Come on. Last pack, guys. Last pack. Last at bat. Can we pull a Joe Carter? I do know that. Can we pull a Joe Carter and hit a home run at the end? Let's close out this World Series. Come on, come on, come on. We got this, come on, one more time. No, we're not gonna get it. I think we average about 1 rookie per pack. Crap. Nope. Well, that's it. 36 packs. 15 cards apiece. And now when I'm going to do the same thing I did with the first video, which unfortunately the data got corrupted. Let's go ahead and pull this out here. I'm going to show you, for those of you who may be considering this but maybe on a limited budget, but you're trying to do like some sort of quick rich scheme. Now, that first box that I did, let's go ahead and flip this up here. The first box, as you see, I was able to get 2 Griffey rookies. All right, let's just make sure. Make sure. No. Yeah, that was it right there. 2 Griffey rookies with that box. I now have opened another pack, or another box rather, of 1989 rookies, or 1989 Upper Deck baseball, and I want to show you just how many cards we had to go through. All right. Let me see here. Let me see if I can't give you a ground floor level here. Oh, you see how thick that stack is right there? That's 4 big stacks right there. All for the sake. Now let me lock this back in. All for the sake of getting essentially 2 cards, because these were the 2 cards that I wanted. All for this little stack of cards right here. And as you can see, And as you can see, there's already one card that's pretty warped. And now that I look at the Ken Griffey Jr., let's see if I can. Do you see that fold right in the middle right there? This isn't a Gem Mint 10. You see that centering? You see that little fold right there in the light? That's a dud. Now let's try to, where's that other rookie? Where's that other Griffey? Okay. This one here is smooth. You see how that's smooth? Camera keeps trying to focus. Corners look good. Let's look at the back real quick, because they do evaluate a lot of things here. Very smooth back as well. But going back to that first one, you see that kind of dent in the middle. It's not bent, but you can see where it has a defined border, if you will, or a defined edge or curve. So once again, you evaluate. $190 or so for essentially 4 cards. An opportunity to get 4 cards. To essentially get 4 cards in an attempt to get these cards graded. Because now, with that said, if you expect to make money off of this, if you want to try to sell these cards, you have to get them graded. I prefer PSA because PSA seems to be the one that gets to sell for the most money. Now Beckett, if you're going to use Beckett, stay away from BCCG or BGGC or whatever it's called. That's their junk service. It's a Beckett, but it's a junk service. You want to go with BGS or BVG or PSA preferably. SGC or SGA or whatever it is, I don't know exactly how well they are, but I do see those cards being sold for relatively good money. So maybe they're also a good alternative as well. But I'm going to try to go to send some of these cards away to get them graded at PSA. I will go make a video of that on how to proceed with the process for that. But nonetheless, though, I hope you enjoyed watching this unboxing of the 1989 Fleer, or not Fleer, Upper Deck baseball set, with the hit being the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this was informative. And continue to subscribe, like my videos, subscribe. And I always say, hey, you know, if you have any wax boxes that haven't been opened, you don't want them, you want to give them away, send me a message. I'll give you my P.O. box and you can send them down, and I'll unbox them here on this channel if you wish to do so. But nonetheless, though, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later.